So this poster you're seeing here, we have a huge actual hands-on building workshop going to be April 11th through the 13th outside Memphis, Tennessee. So many guest speakers, going to be awesome. RelaxShacks.com. Also upcoming, have some coverage on yurtsofamerica.com. They built some high-quality yurts made in the USA. And we'll be trekking this year to Blue Moon Rising, bluemoonrising.org, Deep Creek Lake, Maryland. It's an ecotourism resort full of rentable tiny houses. Hey, I'm Derek Diedricksen from RelaxShacks.com, hanging out in Massachusetts. Whereabouts? Shh, unknown. Hanging with Doug Immel.
Hey.
D.I., as he's known in the hip-hop community. And Doug was part of our tiny house hands-on building design workshop, last 3 days here, and was kind enough to bring out his new home. Well, somewhat new.
Well, it's newly beautiful just a few days ago, thanks to Paolo from Somerset, who made it beautiful inside. But I started it almost 3 years ago, and I've been living in it and completing it and holding down a job and ukulele lessons and blah, blah, blah. So it's been tricky, but it's ready to roll.
All right, what's the overall? It's based on a tumbleweed Fencl, and you've tweaked it in some ways, which we'll see in a bit.
Yeah.
What's the overall size here?
We're now 8 by 20 because you'll notice that I snuck over the fenders. Had the guy on the CAT equipment stretch me wide until the top hit the magic number and said stop, so I got as wide as I could. Over the fenders gives me a bump inside, which turns into a bench or a bookshelf. I stretched it cantilevered over the back and cantilevered over the front to get the extra foot and back, because when you're living small, every inch counts. It does tweak your jackknife angle a little bit on the truck when you bend it hard, but we figured it out. I love my new address. It's 0.
I didn't notice. I spent here 3 days. I never noticed that till now. 0.
I got it 2 on the front corner, and I just couldn't resist.
I like the roof color, the selection, like the maroonish burgundy, if you will, almost.
Well, I came out of the solar world back in the 80s, late 70s, early 80s in Northern California, San Francisco, Chico, Redding. And I always loved the idea of all the energy that we're not using, just getting heat for free, basically.
Yeah, speaking of which, before we head inside, the little solar, this is usually an outdoor stoop, if you will, a porch, but you've enclosed it and you have some thermal mass there, it appears.
Yeah, a whole bunch of people will just keep the straight post, and I totally get it, but I'd always wanted my own little sunroom, and boy, is this a little sunroom. But I was going by a fireplace place, and they had some slate that they'd cut wrong. I got some free Vermont slate. It fit right under the threshold. That was a glorious accident. It cuts like butter with my worst circular saw blade. And then I was at a store that was going out of business. I got these $250 Anderson storm doors that feel like real doors, except they're single glazed. But look at this faux leaded glass, the heavy-duty brass handle. This one's fixed, but if you pop these supports, you can slide this out and turn it into a screen or pull it out for traveling. This acts like a real door. The latch even works. I've got a deadbolt on it, and we'll hope it doesn't smash closed. But then you step in, and we've got a weather lock entry. And if I shut this and I shut this, I got to tell you, real life experience. I was inside on a February day. It was minus whatever, and brand new snow, untouched, sunny, still, no breeze. I knew from sunroom experience it was going to be hot, and I opened it up, stepped out in my PJs, burned my feet on the slate. And
what's that hamburger smell?
Yeah, that's me. It's a barbecue, and it's you. And I was with your people giving tours Saturday when it got sunny. This thing zoomed up to 90 plus, almost 100 with the door shut. So we opened the doors and heated the place with the sun Saturday.
So in other words, in some cases, your heating bill could be 0.
Yeah.
Here's how we tie it in.
A lot. Look at that.
Yeah. But
in a top year, I hit 104 for propane for the year. I hit 96. I hit
there you
$26 for a 40-pound double. That's my propane 40-pound tall guy.
Okay, yeah.
I get a deal. Instead of 16 for a 20, I pay 26 for a 40, and I bought 4 of those in 1 year. Sailed through the winter time. I maybe burn 1 of those in a hard month. Nothing in spring, summer, and fall. And electricity is measured in single dollars.
All right, let's head inside as we're losing light here.
All right.
First and foremost, as we enter, this is pretty unreal.
Tell me a little bit about the door, Doug.
Well, I saw some 2-foot doors, and I've built a few houses, and I said, you know, a 2-foot door is cute, but the industry loves a 3.0 door, and I do too, because you got to get humans and couches through them. So I said, you know what, let's go with a 3.0 wide. So I cheated my bay window love seat area a little bit to get the 3.0 door, because I knew the manufacturer would complain less about the height than the width. Got him to cut the top, got him to cut the bottom, because I wanted this faux Frank Lloyd Wright homage. And man, this is the nicest thing. When you build a tiny house, you only need a couple of nice things, not 10 of them, and you have really small spaces so you can afford quality stuff because the square footage is low, and you can afford a couple of really nice things, and one of my favorite things is this door.
So that's your splurge item, if you will.
This is one of my splurge items, and I set it just right so that you lean on it. You got to push it to get the deadbolt. This is a submarine. We can go deep sea diving. So you undo this.
We were joking the other night as you close it. It's so tight and creates such air suction. You kind of reenact the scene from Total Recall, Schwarzenegger, with the eyes popping out.
The eyes pop out. We're on Mars with no oxygen. So you can hear the flaps in my heater, and you can feel the old 60s Volkswagen eardrum effect. Listen.
Yeah. Oh, actually, and
watch that flame react.
Here's a segue to the heat system. Yeah, do that again.
Feel that? Yeah.
Wow.
This Dickinson sorry about.
I'm going to crouch down here. No.
This Dickinson stove lights up just like you'd heat a water heater with hold it, light it, wait a few seconds, and then shut this beautiful door. Is this art or what? Look at this shiny.
I actually have one as well, and I love them. This is the 1200 or which model?
I couldn't resist the 12,000 BTU. Yes, if this was an experiment, I wanted this puppy to never be too cold. And I can turn down a 12,000, but you can't turn up a 9,000. So I splurged. There's another $100 or $200. There's a fan here. I rigged it up with a little DC connector. I run it off. Right now I'm cheating and I'm using AC from the neighbor that I rent from. But when I get the solar up, Chris Haynes helped me size the system. Under $1,500, I'm going to be sweet because I use a few fluorescents, a few LEDs, a computer, and this wonderful fridge. Everything else is propane. I'm in heaven, and this is great.
Did you know Chris Haynes before the workshop, or is it just networking via?
I think I heard of him, and we've crossed paths, and I used to consult with a program for the utilities that helped develop that skirt that he did underground for the raised insulated slabs.
So networking via the workshop.
Every slide he showed said, yeah, I get that, even his moving the dew point.
Now, you get some cool bookshelves over here, quite a bit of storage.
Paolo is an artist. I said, think Danish, think sailboat, think dollhouse, and I said, go, and he did it. Every time I turned around, he did something beautiful.
Big old, I'm going to peek in your closet.
Go right ahead, watch out.
There's a body falls
skeleton.
out.
Oh, there are skeletons. Yeah. Here's the ukulele case. I played around with 4 dowels. I'm just saying, well, maybe pants could go shirt, pants, squish in more. Here's the back of the medicine chest. The wall is actually single 1x4, 1x3, 1x5 cedar with cedar furring, sturdy.
It's a nice little closet,
yeah. It's fun. This is what the inside used to be, but I like the white.
Oh, the entire house?
The whole thing was beadboard. I said, oh, it's fast, it's inexpensive, woohoo! And then 20 sheets of it, I said, no, that's too
much. It makes it look quite a bit bigger. Speaking of which, you got these nice high ceilings, which makes it feel spacious.
Look at that.
And up here, this camera's heavy, so it's going to be shaking as I lift it way up there, but there's the cool loft.
Unnecessary shaky cam.
Yeah.
And the one change I would make is I love venting skylights. I used them all the time for other people, but I was burned as a child and I said, no roof leaks. So I went for the non-showing fastener Fabral commercial roof, standing seam just like Jefferson at Monticello. But I bit my nose to spite my face. I should have put in a venting skylight, maybe 2. Definitely one up here, maybe one up here. Great free sunlight. And in that July we had where people were dying at 100 degrees.
And egress, in case of a fire, I suppose.
Well, that's right.
So you get the ladderway here that moves. Now like this, you kind of alter things where as I pan upward, you got, and there's no nose goblins, don't worry, Doug.
Okay.
So you have this opening here. So you kind of have something to grab, as you climb through the ladder, you can grab on both sides
here. I do,
here.
and I'm almost 100 years old, but I work out. So when I get up, I need all the help I can get.
Let's kick in the Rocky montage as he does some pull-ups.
Yeah. Sides of beef, Adrian. Yeah, so I made this out of garbage in an afternoon, and it's so ugly, I love it. And this is my ladder. Maybe I'll get a pretty one, maybe not. And that's how you get up. The floors up there are cherry. The floors down here are cherry. And we got a nice door into the bathroom.
Try not to block the light.
Probably spend a moment in the bathroom.
Now, Mr. Ichabod Crane with the lantern, if you take me into the, show me the kitchen there. Oh, there's the bathroom, all
Come
right.
into my master bath.
Okay.
So, here we go. Nature, this is an RV shower. You can sit down and soak your feet.
Oh yeah, it's got like the
little
mini,
pistol
like the
thing.
mini tub almost.
This
Yeah.
is straight out of Arlington RV catalog. Nothing magical. 32 inches exactly.
Okay.
Every quarter inch counts.
Yeah.
Paolo made this thing fit perfectly, and it's beautiful. And this, I'll stand in the shower, and you look at the toilet. Or
Yeah.
actually,
Okay. Boop, boop.
You be
Right
in
over
the
here.
shower, and
No,
I'll
I
be
can
over
see.
here.
I got a shot of it.
Can you?
Yeah, yeah,
Okay.
right here. I can see
'Cause
the
you
Nature's
can't
Head.
miss that computer fan. Nature's Head, wonderful place.
You lift that
And,
light up. There you go. Yep.
There you go. If you've been on the Delta
God he
flights,
flies.
there
Yeah.
you go. I fly United. Here's a lifty thing, and there's see the twirly paddle
Yeah,
with a
the
stainless steel.
agitator over
Yes,
here.
sirree.
Yeah.
And
Twist.
you put in 2 gallons of peat moss, and you do what you got to do. And after you rotate it a couple of times, it reduces things, and you'll think you were potting flowers. It doesn't smell. That's the #1 question this weekend and every time, especially women. Where do you go to the bathroom and how? And it's not scary. It's not horrible. You don't get dirty. It's all you want. Guys or girls, you pee into the front. Goes into a little plastic, actually a big plastic receptacle that is reachable by doing these stainless steel things. You lift it up. This rubber gasket tops off that jug. You pull it out, dump it every couple of weeks. And the potty, I've probably dumped it maybe every 6 months or so because most of it's moisture. The tiny little computer fan is constantly blowing out the moisture.
Yep.
And when you get rid of the water, things just settle and reduce, and you keep fluffing it. The smell and mostly the vapor, because there really isn't a lot of smell, but the vapor goes out this tube and out and down. You put a screen over it and you're good to go. This thing was plug and play. It was one of, if not the least expensive model. It's solid as a rock. It's
Bring it
stainless
back
steel.
out
It's
here.
recycled plastic. It's made in America except for the computer fan.
Now, real quick, the kitchen. Let's.
Okay,
that
super.
too.
I've got a 3-burner propane stove. I've got maple cabs. Paolo took some mahogany, gave me a nice
Oh, that's
bullnose.
really nice. Yeah.
Stainless steel from IKEA. World's most incredible IKEA Lazy Susan that comes out. And then more.
Oh.
So it's, you can put bodies on here. This is like the more.
Yeah.
And then that gets the wok all the way in the back. So that space that's usually wasted in a semicircular Lazy Susan, this thing is very efficient. Only bummer is this is particle board, a little bit heavy, but it's sleek, it's modern. Got the slidey doors that stop. Whoa.
Good size. I'm noticing good size. A lot of shelving and good size fridge here
A
too.
lot of shelving, good size for this.
It's not a college dorm fridge.
This is not the scary frost monster from your college days because the freezer is its own compartment. It's Minute Maid. I got it at Home Depot.
See how much Stoli he has. No water.
No Stoli.
Keeping it healthy.
No, keeping it healthy. Lentil soup. And then a big fridge. I have never found that this fridge was too small. I've got everything I could need in there. Water, frozen stuff for smoothies, vegetables. The Japanese and the Europeans are kicking us around the football field with direct vent on-demand water heat. This thing forces the water through a little gauntlet, heats it up when you need it. When you want a cup of coffee, you don't heat a swimming pool and keep it hot all month. You heat the water. And so this thing heats the shower water, heats the sink water, the gray water combined down below, the cold comes out, feeds both, the hot feeds both, and you're not going to be using a lot of propane to heat that water. And so I can live off a 20-pounder up front. I got a 40-pounder out back. I've documented 2 winters in a row that I will not spend more than $104 on propane. And my electric bill is almost a joke. It's measured in single digits. I calculate last year I think I spent $176 on energy. So and a few gallons of gas moving the thing.
Yeah.
But the money that you save on energy and the huge money you save on a mortgage and rent, This thing is making it so that I can do a job I love, not flip out about my salary, save money for the future, travel to some interesting places once or twice a year.
And keep rocking the ukulele.
And living a life, yeah, playing.
He does it for the ladies.
Yeah.
All right, Doug, thanks so much.
Hey.
I'm going to leave people with first a shot of this. It's just beautiful.
It's a Hallmark card. It's Currier and Ives.
Yeah, there you
Look
go.
at that
The
jingle.
Dickinson stove. And hey, thank you
All right.
very much, my
Have
friend.
fun.
We
Thank
will,
you,
as
man.
I try to shake your hand on camera, does it
Great
work?
weekend you did. Deek is a leader in the field for a long time. People love him. The workshops are the best. A lot of people got confident over the weekend.
I'll cut your check for saying that. Thank you. All right, thanks, man.
Hey, have fun. We'll see ya.
And thank you guys for watching. I'm Deek from RelaxShacks.com. We'll see you later.